So let's talk about how Stranger Things 5 has officially tied into a canon Stranger Things story you can only see on Broadway, and it might be a pretty big deal for things moving down the line. Obviously, spoilers if you haven't seen either, so drop a like and come back later, but I'm gonna break it all the way down for you. But about a month ago, I saw the Broadway show Stranger Things The First Shadow, which is essentially an origin story for Henry Creel, aka Vecna. I made a video on this, but I explained that Henry Creel actually went to school with Joyce and Hopper. Vecna knows Joyce and Hopper personally because they were all in a school play called Oklahoma. And in episode 4, we got our first connecting point into that very storyline. Max actually goes into the memory of Vecna, and we see in the 50s Vecna's old high school, and we actually get a cameo from a young Joyce Byers and a young Hopper. And what is the play that he threw away? Oklahoma. Now, what exactly does this mean for the story moving forward? Watching the first 3 episodes, I was kind of shocked that there was no mention at all of the relationship between Hopper, Joyce, and Vecna. No matter how small or big it was, all three of these people were in close quarters for months practicing for a play. So even if they knew him on a very small level, the fact that he grew up to be freaking Vecna, the person that they're trying to save the world against, you would think they would mention that. So I initially thought that they just were not going to pull that thread. But then when we got what we got in episode 4, they're totally using it for something. We just don't know what. Maybe it was just an Easter egg for fans who watched the play, and that's all fine and dandy. However, I really do hope that they give this a little bit more thematic weight, because in this first Shadow play, Henry Creel actually is a sympathetic character who goes down a dark path, someone you actually feel sorry for, which begged me to ask the question, does Vecna have a redemption arc that is possible for him in season 5? I don't know, but I will say this. When I interviewed Vecna himself, Jamie Campbell Bower, and asked him that very question, he playfully evaded the question and told me to tune in to find out. So it could mean anything at this point. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this development. And also check out my interviews with the Stranger Things cast. They're a lot of fun. You can find them on that website.